Hello students. Now we'll study regarding phenol. So in the last video I explained about phenol. So what are phenols? How are they classified? Phenols are the hydroxy derivatives of aromatic hydrocarbons in which the hydroxyl group directly linked with or attached to sp2 hybridized carbon atom of aromatic ring, and such compounds are said to be phenols. Example: phenol, cresol, naphthol, alpha naphthol, beta naphthol, etc. Then how to classify phenols also I covered. Based on the number of hydroxyl groups, one can classify what phenols into three types: monohydric, dihydric and trihydric phenols. Monohydric phenol examples: phenol, orthocresol, metacresol, paracresol, and dihydric phenols: catechol, resorcinol and quinol or hydroquinone, quinol or hydroquinone. And trihydric phenols, example pyrogalol and fluoroglucinol. Like this I explained regarding definition of phenol and classification of phenol. Now we will study remaining part regarding phenol compound, preparation, properties and applications. Now molecular formula of phenol, molecular formula of phenol is C6H5OH. C6H5OH. This is the molecular formula of what? Phenol. Then structural formula. Structural formula is 6 carbon. We can draw like this: 6 carbon with alternate double bond attacking the structure of benzene ring. Yes. Hydrogen atom of the aromatic ring replaced by hydroxyl group. Okay, this is the phenol structure. And even we can write phenol structure as ring with this type, or its resonance structure, changing the position of the double bond, or right. Yes, all these are said to be structures of phenol. Right, you write any one formula, but molecular formula C6H5OH. And phenol also called as carbolic acid. Phenol other name carbolic acid. 5% phenol solution is called what? Carbolic acid. And see why it is called carbolic acid? Because phenol is isolated from coal tar. Carbon, see here, carbolic, carbon oil, oleum equal to oil, and is present in coal tar. Therefore, this name is derived. There is a carbolic acid, and this indicates this H atom, OH of that H atom is said to be acidic in nature. That's why it is called carbolic acid. Then here you will study how to prepare phenol, then manufacture of phenol, isolation of phenol. First I will tell you about isolation of phenol, then preparations. In a laboratory, how to prepare what? Phenol, and how to manufacture phenol also I will explain. There is to get large amount of phenol, yes, you have to go for manufacturing. Now first I will explain how to isolate phenol from coal tar. Isolation of phenol. The main source for what? Phenol is coal tar. Phenol is coal tar, and coal tar is a fraction of coal. Yes, You know, coal is a natural occurring substance. It is a black solid. When that coal is taken in a steel tank and is subjected to destructive distillation. On destructive distillation, yes, it can give 4 fractions. It can give 4 fractions, and they are what? They are coal gas, coal tar, and liquor ammonia, and coke. Coal gas, coal tar, liquor ammonia, and coke. So 4 fractions are obtained. And this one, coal tar contain aromatic compounds like phenol, naphthols, naphthalene, etc. They are present in what? Coal tar. Then coal gas mainly contain hydrocarbons. Okay, hydrocarbon. Even this can be used in industry as a fuel. Next, using coal tar, yes, what we can do, that I will tell you later. Now see about ammonia and coke. Use of ammonia. So ammonia application, you know, there is a application of ammonia is very vast, and ammonia can be used in the fertilizer industries to manufacture urea, then DAP, calcium ammonium nitrate. So various fertilizers are obtained by using ammonia, and even in laboratories we are using ammonia. Okay, then coke, application of coke. It is mainly used as a reducing agent in metallurgical process. Reducing agent in metallurgical process. Okay. Now we will study regarding coal tar. Now when coal tar is subjected to fractional distillation, now we get 5 fractions. Lithyl fraction, mid-lyl fraction, and lithyl fraction, mid-lyl fraction, heavy oil fraction, anthracene oil fraction, and residue or pitch. Okay. Lithyl fraction, mid-lyl fraction, heavy oil fraction, anthracene oil fraction, and residue we get. And this mid-lyl fraction contain phenol. Means phenol can be isolated from mid-lyl fraction of coal tar. Coal tar obtained from coal. Means main source for what phenol is main coal. Coal to coal tar to phenol. Now see what these contain: light oil, mid-lyl, heavy oil, anthracene oil, residue, etc. But all are important fractions. Light oil fraction contain benzene, toluene, xylene. These are all aromatic hydrocarbons which are present in light oil fraction. Then mid-lyl fraction, phenol, naphthalene, and pyridine. Present in mid-lyl fraction. Next, heavy oil fraction. There is alpha naphthol, beta naphthol. There is naphthals and cresols present in heavy oil. Then anthracene oil, 3 benzene rings, anthracene, phenanthrene, etc. And residue contain mainly about 95% carbon, and this can be used as what are used in road constructions. As a tar, it can be named as simply tar, but mainly used in making roads. Yes, this is about introduction part of the fractions obtained from coal tar. Now see how mid-lyl fraction can be converted into phenol. There is from mid-lyl fraction how to isolate phenol. Very simple. Mid-lyl fraction of a coal tar is taken in the tank. Then treat with first sodium hydroxide. Whatever phenol is there, that dissolves in sodium hydroxide to form sodium phenate. And there is salt is formed. Then treated with acid like dilute sulfuric acid. Again we get phenol. Means separately we are getting phenol. Then purified by fractional distillation. And phenol boils at 182 degree. Therefore, we get pure form of phenol. This is a method how to isolate or how to separate phenol from midline fraction. But this part not there in the theory syllabus. But questions you may get in competitive exams based on what coal tar, coal, and what are the fraction present in light oil, heavy oil, anthracene, mid oil. At least you remember name of the compound which are present in fractions of what coal tar. But coal tar mainly contain what aromatic compounds. They contain aromatic compounds. Next, we will study how to prepare phenol in the laboratory. By different methods, I can explain how to get phenol. Preparation of phenol, isolation of phenol, then manufacture of phenol. So preparation meaning we are taking a small amount of the compound in a test tube or in RBF or in a beaker. That is called preparation. But it's a small quantity preparation, or a small quantity of compound can be obtained. But in manufacture part, method is same, but manufacture part we are taking a large quantity in tons together, quintals together, kg wise. That type you can take compounds or substances in industries. There is a production of chemical compound on large scale. There is said to be manufactured. But first I will tell you how to prepare phenol in the laboratories, okay, by taking different chemical compounds. First one means preparation of phenol. Preparation of phenol. Method 1 from chlorobenzene or haloarine. Chlorobenzene or haloarine. But in haloarine topic, yes, I explained how to convert chlorobenzene to phenol. I will repeat once again how to convert chlorobenzene to phenol. Now take chlorobenzene in the water flask, then made to react with sodium hydroxide aqueous solution. Sodium hydroxide solution and 623 K, 300 atmospheric pressure, 623 Kelvin, and means temperature 623 and pressure 300 atmosphere. And under all these conditions, what Cl atom replaced by OH group. Actually, we get phenol, but phenol again react with NaOH to form its salt sodium phenate. Chlorobenzene to sodium phenate. Chlorobenzene to sodium phenate. It is salt or sodium phenoxide. You can say sodium phenoxide. And to convert salt, there is sodium phenate into phenol. Yes, by adding dilute HCl or dilute sulfuric acid. Therefore, by acidification, it is mineral acid like HCl or H2SO4. Then it can give OH. This is phenol. You can write a two-step reaction or direct. First one NaOH, second one H plus. You can write only this much. Or one more extra step. Actually, first we get salt, then on acidification can give phenol. And the separation again same method. It is separated by what even steam distillation method or by fractional distillation methods, and finally purified by boiling. Then we get phenol, pure form of phenol, and which boils at 182 degrees Celsius. Yes, as I told in RBF, round bottom flask. First we take chlorobenzene, second NaOH, then closed and heated for about 623 K 300 atmosphere pressure. Under these conditions, first we get a salt sodium phenate. Next, open the flask after a few minutes or after cooling. Then add acid like dilute sulfuric acid or dilute HCl added. Then ONA changes into OH. Therefore, now we get phenol and further separated by distillation method, okay, or by even fraction distillation or steam distillation. But preferred one is steam distillation for what phenol. Then another method. This is one of the method to get phenol from what chlorobenzene. Second method to second method from benzene sulfonic acid, from benzene sulfonic acid. But usually benzene sulfonic acid not available in the laboratory, and that can be prepared by sulfonation of benzene. And in the first year syllabus you studied sulfonation, nitration, etc. When benzene is subjected to sulfonation, yes, we get benzene sulfonic acid. I will tell you first how to convert benzene to benzene sulfonic acid. Then I will explain how to convert this compound into phenol. Okay, means first in the flask we will take benzene. Benzene, it is made to react with oleum, and this oleum is nothing but H2S2O7. H2S2O7. This is called oleum or fuming sulfuric acid, and this can produce SO3, a neutral electrophile, SO3, and that neutral electrophile attacks on the benzene ring. Or you can take concentrated sulfuric acid and heat at about 80 degrees Celsius. 80 degrees Celsius. Then SO3H. First actually SO3 attacks on the ring. Then finally on acidification by oleum or sulfuric acid, they can form benzene sulfonic acid. Means SO3H group produced on the benzene ring. Therefore, this H replaced by SO3H group. Then, yes. Benzene changed into benzene sulfonic acid. Benzene to benzene sulfonic acid. Next step. Now it is actually solid form, and this solid crystal, see here, solid benzene sulfonic acid and solid NaOH plus this one, but it is also solid. Crystals of NaOH added to benzene sulfonic acid and fused, means at about 300 degrees Celsius on heating. Yes, what happened? NaOH solid on melting, means when heated strongly at about 300 degree, then we get sodium phenate. First actually SO3 Na, means neutralization occur to form sodium benzene sulfonate. Sodium benzene sulfonate, and further that sodium benzene sulfonate, see here, SO3H NaOH, this H OH S2O, SO3 minus NO plus. This is called sodium benzene sulfonate, but again NaOH reacts. NaOH react. Now it gives Na2SO3, sodium sulfide, and OH attacks. But now actually phenol is formed, but it is neutralized by again NaOH to form sodium phenate. Sodium phenate means when you heat or fuse benzene sulfonic acid with sodium hydroxide, then it can form ONA. There is a sodium phenate is formed. But how it is formed? See here, First it is converted into sodium benzene sulfonate. Further it reacts with NaOH to form sodium phenate. And now it can be acidified by adding dilute sulfuric acid or dilute HCl. Yes, this Na plus replaced by H plus. Yes, whatever I am writing equations on the board, so better you copy all these reactions, and also given in the notes, but some steps not given in the notes. Example, in syllabus they mentioned conversion of benzene sulfonic acid to phenol, but we gave direct benzene sulfonic acid to phenol, step 1 NaOH, step 2 S plus. But even you can write like this also, it is clear, conversion of benzene to benzene sulfonic acid and benzene sulfonic acid to sodium phenate, and then finally into phenol. Again method is same. Whatever you get phenol, it is separated by steam distillation method, and that boils at 182 degree. 182 degree. This is a phenol. This is the second method how to get phenol in the laboratory I told. And third method from diazonium salts. See how to convert diazonium salts into what? Phenol. Okay. But about diazonium salts you studied in the amine topic. Compounds containing nitrogen, there is amine topic. And there you studied if it is a primary amine, the compound is aliphatic, there is aliphatic primary amine, it can produce alcohol when it reacts with nitrous acid. Same reaction if you take aromatic primary amine like aniline, and that can form what? Diazonium salt like benzene diazonium chloride, and that benzene diazonium chloride is said to be diazonium salt. I will tell you how to get diazonium salt, then how to convert diazonium salt into phenol. But all these we can carry out in a test tube or in a RBF. Method 3 from diazonium salts. So how to prepare phenol from diazonium salts. Method 3 from diazonium salts or diazonium salt. But first step I will tell you how to prepare diazonium salt. But even in the exam you can start from direct diazonium salt into phenol. But first I will explain a conversion of aromatic primary amine such as aniline into diazonium salt. Aniline NH2, this is aniline. Aromatic primary amine or phenylamine or aniline, then IUPAC name benzenamine. It is called benzenamine. Next, treat with sodium nitrite and HCl. Temperature 0 to 5 degree. Sodium nitrate HCl, it can form HNO2. And this HNO2 combines with what? Aniline. See here. Yes, we can write this type or this type. Both are correct. A benzene diazonium chloride. This reaction occurs in the test tube when you mix aniline with what? Sodium nitrite and HCl. Sodium nitrite solution and HCl mixed with aniline or aromatic primary amine, and diazotization occur. That is called diazotization. Then we get benzene diazonium chloride. So you can write direct structure benzene diazonium chloride. benzene diazonium chloride. It is a diazonium salt. Plus minus clearly indicated here, it is called a diazonium salt. But this is a method how that aniline changed into diazonium salt. Here written separate, not necessary to write in exam. Write in exam direct this one, aniline to diazonium salt, or direct diazonium salt into phenol. This also we can write diazonium salt into phenol. Next, diazonium salt undergoes hydrolysis. Diazonium salt undergoes hydrolysis means this solution is kept for 2-3 minutes at normal temperature, or 0 to 5 degree. Already it is 0 to 5 degree, and plus 5 degree means 10 degree, 15 degree. At that temperature, this molecule undergo hydrolysis. Then it can produce phenol plus nitrogen gas liberated and HCl. H plus of water, Cl minus HCl, OH ion of water attacks on the ring, and this N2 gas goes out. Yes, this is a method of preparation of phenol from diazonium salt, and this process is said to be hydrolysis. Means hydrolysis of diazonium salt can give phenol. Answer is phenol. Okay. Next, but all equations important, and in theory paper you can write diazonium salt to phenol. But by hydrolysis method we get hydrolysis method. But to prepare diazonium salt, yes, we need aniline or a primary aromatic amine. Okay. So these are the 3 methods used to prepare phenols. Phenol can be obtained by these 3 methods. Next. Yes, up to this what I covered. First, I explained regarding isolation of phenol from coal tar. Second, how to prepare phenol in the laboratory. Next, third type, manufacture of phenol by cumene process. So it is important. In 2 marks it is expected, or even in 3 marks. Manufacture of phenol using cumene. Cumene, it is the chemical compound name, and IUPAC name, cumene, its chemical name is, see the structure of cumene. Yes, CH3, CH3, this group is called isopropyl. This group, CH3, CH3 group is said to be isopropyl, and this part is said to be benzene. Isopropyl benzene, yes, this is called cumene. Right, it is said to be cumene. Preparation of cumene not necessary. Anyway, I will tell you how to prepare cumene and which method you have to apply to get cumene. Okay. Now first we take benzene plus propene and benzene. Propene and benzene combine, means addition reaction occur, but it is in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3 or even S3PO4. So aluminum chloride, it acts as a catalyst in the reaction. If anhydrous AlCl3 acts as a catalyst and alkyl group attacks on the benzene ring, then the reaction is said to be Friedel-Crafts alkylation. It is said to be Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Therefore, by Friedel-Crafts alkylation, we can get cumene. Okay. This time also we can write CH3 twice, CH3 twice. It is what isopropyl benzene. But see the mechanism, alkylation, acylation mechanism we studied. But this catalyst, it can cause formation of a what carbocation. No, actually there are two carbocations, plus minus, or here plus here minus. But among the two carbocations, CH2 plus CH minus, sorry, CH2 plus CH plus, which carbocation is said to be more stable? So answer CH plus, because primary carbocation, when you study with, means compare with secondary carbocation, tertiary more stable than secondary and primary. And here CH secondary, CH2 plus primary. Therefore, more stable carbocation we consider. Now this is formed in the reaction. Next, now it attacks on the benzene ring. See here, make it negative positive. This plus attacks on this carbon. Then we get CH3, CH3, CH2 minus. This minus as it is. Anion is formed. Now it attracts. Negative, this is positive. Means electrophilic attack occur. It is said to be electrophilic attack on the benzene. Then finally, this H plus removed and bond shift here. This H plus removed by AnCl3 and finally we get here double bond. Then this negative charge neutralized by AnCl3 with hydride ion. There is a H plus goes to CH2 and finally we get. This is a mechanism, possible mechanism for the conversion of benzene to isopropyl benzene. Benzene to isopropyl benzene. So it is also not there in the syllabus. Important conversion of isopropyl benzene or cumene into phenol. Cumene into phenol. Now see in industry, the best method used in industry is which one? Cumene process. In the modern method or recent method, yes, this method is used in industries. To get what phenol on large scale, we take first cumene. Then cumene is subjected to what? Oxidation. Cumene taken in the what? A large vessel in which air or oxygen is passed. Then oxidation of what? Cumene occur. Oxidation of cumene occur. Then see what happen when cumene is oxidized. Cumene is oxidized. Cumene make it in 1 mark question. Write the structure of cumene, 1 mark. Write the ion or write the chemical name of cumene. Or what is cumene? So answer isopropyl benzene. Isopropyl benzene is said to be cumene. Next, when cumene is subjected to oxidation, so first cumene is taken in the vessel, then heated for about 135 degree and air is passed or oxygen is passed. But this oxidized side chain alkyl, side chain, not on the ring. Therefore, there are two types of hydrogens, methyl hydrogen, CH hydrogen. And in previous classes I told, in alkyl group, different hydrogens are there. Primary hydrogen, secondary hydrogen, tertiary hydrogen. And this hydrogen is said to be what? Tertiary. Primary, CH2, CH secondary. CH3 primary, CH2 secondary, CH tertiary, and C, there is no group, but this is a tertiary. CH3, CH2, CH. CH3, CH2, CH. Therefore, this H is said to be tertiary hydrogen. And among the three, primary, secondary, tertiary, most reactive hydrogen is a tertiary hydrogen. Therefore, among the two, this H undergoes what? Oxidation. Means CH bond cleavage occur first, then CH3 bond or CC bond. Therefore, C dash H become C dash O dash O dash H. It is a peroxy linkage is formed. There is a formation of a peroxy linkage. Now, between C and H, O2 enter. C and H, oxygen, O enter. Again you see the valency. Valency of O2 and carbon valency 4. Right. Now this group, atom, oxygen, other atom, maybe peroxy linkages, peroxide, hydrogen peroxide type. But this is a cumene hydroperoxide. This compound name cumene part, it is hydroperoxide. Therefore, cumene hydroperoxide. It is cumene hydroperoxide. Cumene oxidized to cumene hydroperoxide by using oxygen or air. Next, once you get cumene hydroperoxide, then it is subjected to what? Dilute sulfuric acid added to the cumene hydroperoxide. Now this undergo rearrangement. This molecule undergo rearrangement. This OH attacks on the benzene ring. Then this bond shift here to form OH group on the benzene ring, CH3CO CH3. Therefore, CC bond break and OO bond break on heating with dilute sulfuric acid at about 100 degree. Then the molecule undergo rearrangement to give two compounds. First, ring with OH group. Second, CH3CO CH3. CH3CO CH3. Therefore, we get phenol. And one more compound. It is a important a byproduct. Name the important byproduct produced in the cumene process for the manufacture of phenol. This is called important byproduct because it is also obtaining in a large scale. And application of this also very vast. It is a acetone, a very good solvent, acetone. And even by using this compound, we can prepare various what drugs or medicinal compounds. This is called acetone. And acetone, other name, propanone. 3 carbon propane, ketone suffix. There is last ending E replaced by ONE. It is called propanone. 3 carbon propane and last E equal to ONE, propanone. Acetone or propanone as the byproduct which is formed in cumene process. This is how one can obtain phenol on large scale by using cumene. It is said to be cumene process. Okay. It is a modern method, recent method or modern method used in industry to get phenol on large scale. Okay. I will repeat once again. It is important reaction. Practice well. Manufacture of phenol from cumene or by using cumene. First, you have to consider cumene compound taken in the reaction vessel and is heated with or by passing oxygen or air to cumene, and this undergoes air oxidation to give a compound called cumene hydroperoxide. But better you write structure. This part is same. Only change is between C and H you write OO over. This is second structure. And last structure is easy. One is phenol, second is acetone. Okay. But once you get cumene hydroperoxide and further it is heated with dilute sulfuric acid, and this undergo rearrangement. The molecule undergo rearrangement to give phenol, and finally one more compound. There is a important byproduct, acetone or propanone. So yes, I have covered important part. There is a how to prepare phenol in the laboratory by 3 methods I explained. And one method, there is how to get phenol on large scale, there is by using cumene. And also I explained what isolation of phenol from coal tar, okay, coal tar. Next part in the topic, there is a physical property, chemical property. Physical property and chemical property. So in physical, there is usual method, physical state, solubility, boiling point, odor of the compound, and solubility of the compound due to whether hydrogen bonding or ionization. All these points I will cover in next video. Thank you.